Yo, good morning, Facebook. What's going down today? I'm really actually amped. I'm pumped. I'm excited to talk about what I'm talking about today. So, thanks for joining me. I'm really excited to talk about love today. I'm really excited to talk about some of the shit that's happening in Drop the Armor Dojo, which is the Facebook group that I've been cultivating and co creating with a bunch of dope ass people. By the way, what I'm going to share today is a result of some of the amazing conversation that we're having about love, courage, and creativity, that we're having about emotional mastery and emotional competence, about effective communication in Drop the Armor Dojo. So I would love for you to join if you want to have a better experience of life, of love, of creating the life that you love. Join Drop the Armor Dojo. I'm going to drop the link in the comments right now. I'll approve you. It'll be in there for tomorrow's live mini training. So anyway, I want to talk about love today. Before I want to talk about love, I want to know who's watching. If you're watching live or you're watching in the replay, hit me with the fire emoji, my favorite emoji, if you are watching, just to let me know. Just to be like, Joe, I'm watching you, I'm here. Even if you're here for 30 seconds, hit me up with the fire emoji so I know who's here and I know what's up and I know what's going down. And I know that I'm not alone. Because sometimes doing the work I do, I feel like I'm just talking to people that aren't paying attention, right? And I want to feel loved too. So I'm explicitly going to ask for it. Drop the fire emoji. Help me feel loved, which is the topic of today's talk. So I'm seeing that no one's commenting yet. So I'm just going to dive right in. I want to talk today about why you feel so damn fucking needy. And what it means when people say things like, I just love so hard. Because most of the time, that's not true. Most of the time people are very confused about love, and I'm not saying that I'm some perfect expert on love, but I'm saying I've been working hard since my marriage was falling apart in 2012 and then I got divorced in 2013. Hey Nelly, you might recognize some of this from the conversation yesterday in Drop the Armor Dojo. Good to see you. But anyway, since 2013, 2012, when my marriage started falling apart, when I eventually got separated and divorced, and I decided that I didn't have to suck at relationships, I didn't have to suck with women, I didn't have to suck at love anymore. I've been deeply educating myself on love and what it means and what it's about and what it really feels like. So that's why I titled this When You Think You Love Hard, but actually you're working hard to feel loved, right? So that's what's really going on a lot of the time. So again, if you're watching live or in the replay, drop the fire emoji to let me know you're here so I can feel your love. Basically, what happened is, why I'm sharing this is yesterday in Drop the Armor Dojo, the Facebook group that I just told you to join because it's the bomb and I love it and people in there are totally digging it. Uh, I asked a question about what has you feeling ungrounded? What is it that someone you love does, that a partner does, or that a friend does, or a family member does, that results with you feeling ungrounded at times? Now, for me, I raised my hand and said, look, when I feel misunderstood, or when I don't feel heard, or when the person's not listening, when they know they're not actively listening, when they cut me off mid sentence, it just ungrounds me. And I've been working hard for years to still stay grounded in those moments. Most of the time, I'm cool. In the most important relationships, like my parents and my partner, it's hard. It's hard to stay grounded, but I'm getting better every day. And I get better as I work with people to do the same. So somebody basically said something about, a comment about, they feel ungrounded when someone tells them that, or when this person says I love you to someone on the phone that they don't see all the time, and the person doesn't say it back right away, or doesn't say it back as frequently or as often. Then they said something about how they love so hard, right? This person's like, I love so hard. That's just my problem, is I love so hard. And I challenged that a little bit. I can't really coach people over Facebook and in a group, but in Drop the Armor Dojo, people are in there and they've given permission to drop a level deeper than we do outside on the profile page, right? So I asked, do I have permission to ask you another question? She said yes. And I dug deeper. Basically, I asked, why is it that you feel that you love so hard? And why is it that expecting reciprocity in the moment, or someone to say I love you back, why is that a problem for you? What's the challenge there? And why is that related to loving hard, right? And essentially, there was a bit of an awakening. There was a realization that a lot of the time this person is giving love, but their tension, their challenge, their friction in relationships comes when the other person is not giving it back exactly the way they want it, exactly when they want it. And this person's really smart and powerful and amazing. And she basically knows, like, oh, this is what some of the codependency looks like. I get it. And she knows about love languages, and she's able to say, like, well, that's not their love language, but it still hurts me. The reality is, in that moment, a lot of us do this. She's working really hard to feel loved, but she's confused that with loving hard. And when we do that, we're almost always in a position where we're fucked, where it's really difficult to be in relationship with people, and we're feeling and showing up and being needy or being controlling or being unconsciously manipulative. And I want you to hang with me because I want to exonerate you. We all do it. I'm going to raise both hands and say, we all do it. I do it. I've done it. We've all been taught these covert contracts. More on that in a minute. But essentially, many of us think that we love hard and we're giving so much love, but again, we're really just working to feel loved, accepted, appreciated, belonging, seen, valued, honored, validated, cherished, etc., right? Sexy and desirable, whatever it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's innately human to want to feel acceptance and belonging and validation from others. Now, we do have to learn to fill that cup on our own, so then we can really be open to receiving what others want, but that's too much for this live right now. Essentially, that's not loving per se. Loving, to me, in the belief system that I work with, that's helped my clients, that's helped me create a beautiful relationship and many beautiful relationships after having just almost no love in my life in my teens and 20s. Only from my family, but I rejected it and I pushed it away. And not having a great social circle and having a toxic marriage where there was the opposite of love. There was a lot of like hate and emotional violence going on. How I've become the man I am and created what I have and helped people is by helping create distinctions around love. And so we can navigate love and relationship more beautifully, more open-heartedly, more grounded in our guts, and with a clear head, a clear vision of what love really is. You know, some of my favorite work is just diving in with dudes and being like, what's your philosophy on love? Like blows their mind. And then we create one and it's so amazing and it helps them really experience connection and love with their kids and with their partners and even with like business partners. So anyway, expecting direct reciprocity is not very loving. It's actually more like emotional manipulation. It's covert contracts. It's more like doing what we think we need to do so that other people will give us the source of love that we need, the hit. You know, we need the hit. We need like to take a hit and get high off of feeling loved, which is so beautiful, but we're doing it unconsciously. We're doing it covertly. This is a focus on what we get. It's covert contract. We're taught it when we're very little, when we're very young. So don't shame yourself. We are taught and conditioned to tell people we love them, to give them hugs, to give them kisses, to stroke their ego, to appreciate them, and to get something we want in return. What's up, Mark? How you doing, man? So essentially, we need to unpack this a little bit. We still train our kids this way. I see it all the time, and I can't wait to create kids with my amazing partner, Natalie. But I'm going to really want to be careful because I know that that'll be built into me too, is to train them to do this. You will probably train this way too. So let's get rid of the shame and blame. Let's get rid of it. Let's normalize it. It's a normal way of being that we do these covert contracts and we're more focused on getting love than receiving love, right? So let me break something down for you. Instead of getting shame about, oh, I'm broken, I do something wrong, I don't love right, which is one of our deepest wounds, a lot of people is like, I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable, or I don't love right. Me, it's usually I don't love right. I believe I'm lovable, I believe I'm good enough, but then I believe I'm fucked up somehow when it comes to loving people. Whole other conversation. But anyway, let's break this down. Let's get clear. Let's create three clear distinctions about love and the actions that it takes to create love. We're going to put them in categories so you can understand it more. Now I'm going to stop for 2 seconds before I teach this next part because I see 6 people are watching. If you're watching and you're listening and you're paying attention, give me some love right now by dropping the fire emoji to let me know you're here. Or if you're feeling or resonating with any of this, at any point, drop the fire emoji or drop a comment to tell me you're listening and paying attention. So anyway, 3 distinctions, and then I'll come back and check the comments. Distinction number 1. giving love. Saying and doing the things that we believe is sharing of our heart, sharing of our essence, sharing of our being, sharing of our love with another. This is when we know someone's love language and we try and provide, people what they need, right? And that is so beautiful. It's such a service is to be giving love. And a lot of us do this really well, but we do it in ways where we're expecting a return, right? So we need to separate the giving from the return, from the receiving. The next distinction, number 2, is receiving love. Receiving love is accepting and experiencing and feeling and acknowledging and allowing love to nourish you when other people do things to try and show us they love us, to try and show us they appreciate us, to try and make us feel more comfortable, more accepted, more loved, more belonging, right? So there's an art to receiving love. We're not taught it. We're taught that we give and we give and we give and we should just expect it. But then most of us, we block it. We keep ourselves from really feeling love. So there's an art to receiving love. And then the third distinction is about co-creating love. Now this is where the shit gets juicy, y'all. Being in an explicit relationship with yourself and another person or another party where each party or person is clear about how they like to give and receive love, and both are working to make the other feel loved, and both are asking for what they want when we're not feeling loved in the moment, or that our love is not being received, that we both set agreements and expectations that we will work hard as fuck to both give love and receive love and ask for love and share that we're not feeling loved, and we make it all conscious, we make it all explicit, we put it all on the table so that we're not doing these covert manipulative things that we're taught at a very young age and that many of us do. So here's where I want to help you right now. I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes helping you. When have you been trying really hard to feel loved, but are getting disappointed or feeling disconnection when the other person does not reciprocate exactly when and how you wanted them to? Like, I think about this. There's someone I do this with. There's someone that I really appreciate and love. And the way they reciprocate, the way they give love is just not the way I receive it. And it's not on the timeline I expect it. And I just keep showing up loving them. But there's times I feel wounded, right? When do you feel, or I should say, how does it feel? This is important. How does it feel when others do this to you? How does it feel when others are doing and saying things that you appreciate, but you sense they want something out of you from it? How does it feel? Women know this because I've been taught by the women I love that men are constantly doing things for them or with them or to them, and they can feel the energy of an expectation of reciprocity, that they're supposed to, stroke their ego or give them a date or have sex with them or whatever it may be, right? Like, how does it feel when other people are doing things that look on the optics like it's for you, but you can feel like they are expecting something, right? So what does it cost you and your loved ones when both people are trying to give love only when it's really going to validate them or to provide something they need? So I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to separate giving love from receiving love and to step into the opportunity to create transformative relationships where we co-create love together. So here's the takeaway. If you didn't listen to pay attention to any of it, take notes on this shit right here. If you want deeper love and transformational relationships in your life, with family, with friends, with lovers, with spouses, with partners, with community members that you work with even, you got to understand the difference between giving love, receiving love, co-creating love, and not just understand it, but you got to practice giving without the expectation of direct reciprocity, and you got to practice receiving, really receiving it and feeling it and appreciating and acknowledging it without instantly jumping to like the thing you got to do to reciprocate. Hard shit, really difficult, but so valuable. I'm going to repeat that. If you want deeper love and transformational relationships with family, friends, lovers, spouses, parents, coworkers, community members you're with, neighbors, whoever, you've got to understand the difference between giving love, receiving love, and co-creating love. and you have to learn to, and not just understand, you got to practice it. You got to practice giving without expectation of return. You got to practice receiving without the urge to reciprocate right away, so that the other person feels like just taken care. We have to learn to do this. So if you want a better understanding of the differences between giving, receiving, and co-creating love, if you want to develop deeper love and transformational relationships, I want you to drop the heart emoji or the word love right now in the comments. Show me that you want this, and I'll keep creating content. Show other people that you want this. Drop the fire emoji the heart emoji. I love the fire emoji. Drop the heart emoji or the word love in the comments if you want to learn more and understand the difference between giving, receiving, and co-creating. Now I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to look at the comments, check this out, and then I'm going to drop off because I got to get myself a little snack before a noon mastermind I'm so pumped for. One of my mentors is doing. Yeah, Nelly, I hear you. Yep. So Nelly says, story of my life, Joe. Look, it's a story of many of our lives. Unless you've disconnected from the dominant normative experience of relationship and love, unless you've educated yourself independently about love, it's going to be the story of your life. Is this toxic kind of co-creative, codependent, not co-creative version of relationship? You're not alone, Nelly. Most people aren't. Raul says, what's up? How you doing, man? What's up, Raul? Thanks for watching. I love it. Yep, Mark Vandergeck. Yeah, dude. Mark, hey, I'm totally ready to invite people to the Life Shift Summit. Actually, I was going to email Mariah about that today because I want to see more of the content of the templates or whatever. I'm with it. I'm excited. Mark and I, by the way, did this amazing interview conversation for his Life Shift Summit, going from crisis to crushing it, about the 4 levels of relationship and about liberation versus domination logic. It was awesome. Mark, I'm totally on that, dude. Yep. Separate giving love from receiving love. Yeah, thank you, Nelly. This is the key right there. Nelly says practice, practice, practice. It's all about practice. It's not just about learning, it's about practice. Yeah, Alan Iverson, we're talking about practice, bro. Okay? So anyway, Nelly, I feel you. Mark, I feel you. I'm gonna keep making content like this. Thank you so much. Yeah, Mark, we're gonna bomb out. That was a bomb interview. We're gonna kick it. We're gonna make sure people hear that Life Shift Summit that you're putting together. For anyone watching, Mark, hit him up. Mark Vandergag, right here. He's commenting right now. Message him, hit him up, check out his profile. He's creating an awesome summit. My boy Boyson Hodgson is one of the featured guys. He's the PR dude for Mankind Project. We're doing some amazing shit in Mankind Project right now for men's emotional development and for creating missions of service. Mark's doing amazing stuff. We did a great interview. Check it out. So anyway, I'm going to drop off right now. What I want to remind you is that you have the capacity to build the life that lights you the fuck up. We all do. We all have the capacity, but it's about practicing and it's about choices. It's about making 3 choices every day. If you make one or 2 choices every day that embody these ways of being, love over fear, courage over comfort, creativity and creation over unconsciousness and consumption, if you make your choices around those 3 pivot points every day, you will keep building the skill set and the mindset to create the life that lights you the fuck up. You'll keep shifting from consumer to creator. You'll keep aligning your head, your heart, your guts so you can really create beautiful, loving relationships and feel grounded power and have unbounded commitments that you are totally all in with. I want to thank you for your time and your energy and your attention. I saw some people, 6 or 7 people were watching for like 10, 15 minutes of this. Thank you so much. I believe that your time and your attention are the most valuable resources that you own besides your love. So thank you so much for giving me your time and attention today. Go out there and continue to create the life that lights you the fuck up. I appreciate you. Hit me up if you have questions. Drop comments when you're watching this in the replay. Peace. I am out just in time to grab a snack before my noon thing. Love y'all. Bye. See you in Drop the Armor Dojo. Join Drop the Armor Dojo. I'll see you in there tomorrow with another live. Peace.